Yeah. So first of all, before we get into how to manage the releases and updates, it's important to, oh, it's not changed. It is important to know what the difference is between a release and an update. So first of all, a release is essentially a process of when the company or the developers release a new product or a new system for a specific market or for a specific user base. Sometimes when they are releasing these certain products or softwares, they're done in either a beta or an alpha release, so that the developers and also the users can help with debugging and essentially getting rid of any errors that might be in the program. And then an update is more it's a software file that will contain fixes for the problems that might be found by other users or by the software developer. And in addition to fixing things and finding fixes, fixing things, it also adds in new features, which essentially helps make the product or the program better. Installing an update fixes the code and also prevents any problems from happening on your computer or the device that you're running it on. And because these updates are essentially to fix these problems, they're more the the updates usually free of and then there are patches. A patch is similar to an update, and I like patch as an update. It basically inserts code that is free, and these are more to the final fix on whatever. Use the patches to fix bugs, to install new drivers, to address safety concerns with the operating software. Now, to give a bit more background into Minecraft. So, in 2010, Minecraft was released as an alpha version that they had sent to sign for it before it was released to the public. And then once the release was made, the Minecraft would carry out updates. How often, but quite to fix things. And in between these little updates, they release patches. And in these patches, they sort of save bugs that might be happening in between. So now there are two main methods of updates. So there's either manual or automatic. And even though it's quite something I will explain. The manual updates is that the user yourself would and install it. Usually, the benefit of this is that you have control like what is being installed, and when the only issue is that it can be a bit time consuming, and sometimes when you sort of install the update manual, it doesn't install in a way that it might comply with how the program wants to. And then automatic updates is essentially just when the software downloads and installs. And sometimes we see also with Windows updates, they give you a certain time to schedule it. So using that, they sort of automatically update it based on your schedule. And the advantage of this is that it's always up to date, even with the latest versions. So you don't have to worry about falling back or not having your security concerns addressed. But a disadvantage is that there's no real control over when it will happen, and it might occur at a time where you need to use your device or your computer for the program or the software. So there are three types of release managements. So there's continuous delivery, there's agile software development, and there's DevOps. Continuous delivery is essentially like a software engineering approach in which teams that produce the software, develop the software, they sort of send out the software in short cycles. So they don't only send it out in quite a short time frame, but they send it out quite frequently as well. So this ensures that the software can be reliably released at any time. The main sort of focus of it is to build, test, and release the software with greater speed and frequency. This method of continuous delivery also helps to reduce any cost, time, or risk of delivering changes by allowing for more updates to applications in the production. And then there's agile development. So agile development is when the team that are developing the program have a sort of collaborative effort between themselves who develop it and also their users or their customers. And what happens during agile development is that they track essentially every stage of the development. So from adaptive planning to evolutionary development to early delivery and so on. And yeah, the point of this is just to be able to respond and also encourage rapid and flexible response to any changes in the software that might need to be done. And finally, DevOps, it's a bit sort of self-explanatory with their name. So it's broken into two. So you have software development and software ops, or software operations that they've merged to make DevOps. So essentially they just merged these two sort of steps together. And it also helps monitor all steps of the software development from the integration, testing, releasing to deployment and infrastructure management. It also aims similar to continuous delivery. It aims to sort of release these updates or softwares at shorter development cycles, and also with the increased frequency, so more often. And yeah, I have a few questions. Can I do the questions now? Is that fine? So I'd like someone to answer, what is the difference between a release and an update? Yusuf.
So release is the initial offering of the software to the public, and an update is just to fix a problem or add new functions to an existing software.
Excellent. Yes, would you like to answer the second question?
Yes.
Do you want me to read it out for you?
Fine.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. Third question, which release management system merges software development and operation? Yes, Seb Chilcott.
DevOps.
Yeah, well done. What is the one disadvantage of getting manual updates? Seb Chilcott.
Users may miss the update if they are not connected to the internet.
Yep. And what is one advantage of automatic updates? Seb Roland.
You don't actually have to pay attention to the update itself. It does all.
Yeah. Abraj, do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay. Thank you very much.